Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years. We're dedicated to delivering quality auto parts, expert customer service, fast and free shipping, all backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. So visit us at 1aauto.com, your trusted source for quality auto parts.
In this video, we're going to be working with our 2006 Chrysler 300. We're going to show you how to remove and replace your vehicle's exterior door handle in the rear. If you like this video, please click subscribe. We have a ton more information on this and many other vehicles. And if you need this part for your car, you can follow the link down in the description over to 1aauto.com. Here are the items you'll need for this repair. The 4 plastic push pins on your door. There are 3 on the outside edge here and 1 on the inside edge. All you have to do to remove these is pop the centers in. You can use a screwdriver to do that, and you don't have to knock them all the way through like that. You can just pop them in and use one of your 1A Auto trim tools to get behind it. Pry the clips out. So there are 4 Phillips head screws along the bottom of the door panel, and 1 up in the corner here in that 4. There's a little tab under the door handle that you have to pry down with a trim tool. There's another Phillips head screw in there. And our piece of trim is missing, but you'll normally have to pop down a little trim flap here to access that Phillips head screw. Once you've got everything exposed, you can go ahead and remove all of those with a Phillips head screwdriver. Once you've got all your screws off, well, you may not even need your trim tool. Pull the panel out and release all the clips, then slide it up and off the door lock. Pop the tab over for the latch rod on your door handle, rotate it out of the way, and slide the latch rod out of the pull. You can then reach the connector for the rear window switch and unplug it, and remove your door panel from the vehicle. Now we'll remove our interior water shield here in the door panel. Now you can see ours has been taken apart before and somebody wasn't very careful with it. It's all cracked up and broken, so there's really only so much I can do now to save it. But this is a perfect example of why you want to go slow and careful, especially with water shields like this. Now what I'm doing is using a razor blade to separate the adhesive because these water shields are so delicate on these cars. All I'm doing is laying it flat against the door on top of the adhesive, just pushing down nice and smooth while pulling out on the water shield. And you can see even then I'm cracking it. This stuff is just really, really fragile. Once all the adhesive is separated, pull your wire harness and your door rod through the weather shield and place it off to the side. Now one of ours is missing, but there should be one of these black push pins on the opposite side of the upper door panel as well. Once again, simply pop the center in. Use your trim tool pop it out. Do the same thing on the opposite side. And then with this one, you need to kind of pull out and in to unhook it and remove it. Loosen these 2 10mm screws with a socket and ratchet. Once they're loose, reach inside of the door panel. Slide them up into the openings and pull back. Then pull down. And remove your window guide. Reach in and undo this latch on the door handle. just push it back like that so it rotates out of the way. And then pull the rod out of the retainer. Now there's a white latch here that secures the lock rod. You'll also need to unlatch that. And pop that rod out. And then just so we don't lose it, grab the actual rod and rotate it to remove it from the door. Now through that same opening, you'll see this little red latch for your door latch rod. Same thing, pop that down. You may need to use a screwdriver because this one's a little tough. And remove that as well. Remove these 3 T30 torque screws with a T30 torque socket and a ratchet. Make sure you keep a hand on the actuator when you remove the last screw so it doesn't just drop into the door. We'll then pull the rubber for the window guide out of the way. Undo this wire harness retainer by pulling back. And then remove the entire lock and latch assembly from the door. Remove your connector. And remove this from the vehicle. Remove this piece of plastic. And you should now be able to access 2 8mm screws for the rear of the handle here, and the other one through this opening that we removed our window guide from. To remove the handle, keep your thumb on the back part so you can open the latch, which will lay it flat, making it easier to remove. And rotate and remove the front of the handle from the door. Here we have our old door handle, which we removed from our vehicle, and our new part from 1AAuto.com. Now this is the passenger handle that we removed and a driver's handle that we've got to show you. However, they are the same. They're just going to be opposite orientation as they're meant for opposite sides of the vehicle. But you can still see that it has the same handle, same base, the same hook at the front, the same alignment pins and 3-bolt mounting locations, the same latch mechanism, and the same clasps for your latch rods. So if your handle has broken or cracked, or you just want to make the outside of your vehicle look a little nicer, this new part from 1AAuto will go in direct fit, just like your original equipment, enhance the look of your vehicle, and fix you up right. Hook the front of the handle back into the door. Again, we're using our thumb to hold the base so we can open the handle and push down the actual latch there, make installing that easier. Be sure to install all 3 of your screws partially before tightening any of them down, just to ensure that the door handle is aligned properly. Reinstall the plastic cover over the access hole. Reconnect your door lock assembly. Reinstall it into the door. Reinstall the 3 T30 torque screws into the latch assembly. Then tighten them down with your T30 torque socket and ratchet. Reconnect the tab for the wiring harness and reinstall all of your latch rods and clasps. Reinstall the steel for your window guide. Slide the bolts back into their openings, down into their slots, and tighten them up with your 10mm socket and ratchet. Lock the upper plastic trim back over the edge of the door. Just got to kind of line it up and push it in while you roll it back into place so it actually engages behind the steel on the door. Pop the tab on your push clip back up. Reinstall both of them. Again, one of ours is missing. And lock it back in with your thumb. Reinstall your water shield. Be sure that the wire harness and latch rods come through in the appropriate places. Be a little tricky to line up when it's as damaged as ours is. Hopefully yours came off a little bit nicer. If you need to, you can use a little bit of tape to help keep this in place. Normally the adhesive should stick back together. Connect your window switch. And your latch. Remember, the rod goes in, clasp snaps over it. Make sure that the lock slides back through the panel in the appropriate place. Line up your panel. Snap the plastic clips back in. Reinstall your 4 plastic push clips. Reinstall the 4 Phillips head screws along the bottom edge of your door panel, the one hidden under the handle and the other one hidden behind your door handle, and you're good to go.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.